Florida has officially entered its full Phase 3 reopening, lifting all remaining coronavirus restrictions on local businesses. I want to bring in the state's Lieutenant Governor Jeannette Nuñez to talk more about the first weekend of being fully open. Hi, Jeannette. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Hi, Greta. Always great to be with you.
Last Friday, Governor DeSantis did officially push the state of Florida into Phase 3, fully reopening your state's economy. How different did the first weekend under Phase 3 look compared to previous weeks?
Well, certainly we're glad to see Florida's economy back up and running. We're glad that Governor DeSantis, under his purview, has moved us into Phase 3. He's lifted restrictions on businesses from operating. He's lifted restrictions on individuals being able to go to work. We're obviously pushing forward with schools, making sure our kids are getting the quality education they deserve. And so that's all great news for Floridians. And we're going to continue to make sure that we protect the health and well-being of Floridians, but also protect our economic well-being as well.
And how did officials at the state level weigh the health risks of fully reopening against the risks of keeping the economy shuttered for a longer time?
What we've seen is a consistent trend, a downward decline, not only in hospital admissions, but in COVID ICU patients, overall cases. And so all of those data points really point to Florida being on a good path. And so with that in mind, recognizing that Floridians are not only suffering from this pandemic, but also economically, Governor DeSantis was very clear. He wanted to get everything back up and running, get back to normal, get Floridians back to that path to prosperity that we were clearly on beforehand.
A key part of the governor's executive order was limiting local jurisdictions on their ability to reimpose tighter restrictions in the future. What are the requirements that a county or a city would need to meet at the state level in order to reimpose any restrictions?
Certainly that any county would be prohibited from eliminating the ability of a business to operate or of an individual to go to work. He did allow for some wiggle room for counties to be able to regulate in some cases. So for example, with regards to restaurants, what he said is if you are going to go beneath that 100% capacity threshold that he unveiled under Phase 3, the floor, the minimum you can do is 50%. If you do go that route, you need to justify from an economic and health perspective why you're going down that road. And so what we've seen is that businesses are eager to get back up and running at 100% capacity. They've done the right thing. They've sacrificed. They've suffered through this pandemic. And now we just want to give them the ability to get back to work, to have people visit their restaurants, visit their businesses. And we think that Floridians are going to respond in kind.
And as Floridians are out in the economy and participating in the state's economy again, what mandates are still in place to prevent the spread of COVID-19 across the state?
Locally, many counties have mask ordinances still in place. We want to give governments the opportunity to have flexibility with regards to what they feel are the best measures to protect their citizenry. What the governor also did is he has said that he will not allow for any local government to implement fines on an individual. And so that's something that the governor has been very clear about. He did allow, although, for businesses to be able to make sure that they're doing the right thing, and there's an opportunity for businesses to be subjected to penalties if they are not following those local regulations. But for the most part, the governor wants to see some consistency. He wants to see, again, businesses back up and running, people back at work, and he wants to minimize the government overreach that we've seen in so many other states.
As other states across the country do look to move forward in their reopening plans, how can Florida be used as an example of a successful reopening of your state's economy?
Absolutely. I think Florida will really show a good picture as it relates to the successful measures that we've had as we've reopened under Governor DeSantis' safe, smart, step-by-step plan. We've taken those measures, and we want to make sure that we are not only meeting the well-being of Floridians' health, but also ensuring that they have economic prosperity and the ability to operate like we've definitely have seen that they want to get back to business.
All right, Florida Lieutenant Governor Jeannette Nuñez joining us to discuss the full reopening of the state's economy. Thanks so much for coming on the show today.
Thank you.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One American News on YouTube. And call your cable provider and kindly demand that One American News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.